what we have next here on our calendar. It's a ringtone only dogs can hear. Oh my gosh. It's a ringtone only dogs can hear. Cat's going, what's going on? These calendars are so much fun. Yeah, I'm completely on the wrong day on there because I forget to flip it every day, but it's still fun. So separation anxiety, guys, I got your back. I did a whole series on it. Make sure you watch them all because I think they're going to be mind-blowing. And I did mention in a few, I think at least one of the videos, this is the book that I really recommend that you get if you want step-by-step help without working with an actual dog trainer. She's amazing. So we talked about, okay, now we can get our dogs to be calm when we're leaving the actual house or apartment, right? And we shut the door and we talked about getting it up to, 30 minutes. Something that you want to think about in there, in addition as well, as thinking about when you reach the 10-minute mark. That's a really good time to start bringing in the departure cues. So as soon as you can leave and shut that door and be outside the door for 10 minutes and your dog is doing really well, make sure you watch the video on reading dog behavior so you can tell that your dog is doing well. Then you can start adding in departure cues. So some of you may have heard about desensitizing your dog to departure cues, like picking up the keys or putting on your shoes on and off. Most of the time it's actually not needed. All you just want to do is just go ahead and do the whole same protocol that I've been talking about. So I'm going to water it down this time with the expectation that you guys have watched the other videos. If not, then make sure you watch some or all of those before you watch this one. So again, you're giving your dog a food-oriented toy in the confinement area. You're opening door to the confinement area. You're shutting it. Then you're going towards the front door. You're picking up your keys. And at that point, you're going to add in a departure cue that you think that maybe triggers your dog. If they don't trigger them that much, you could just add in all the departure cues right away. So it could just be putting your shoes on and then walking out and leaving, and then you would just stay out there for a really short time period and then come back in, and then you would work up to being gone for longer and longer time periods with that specific departure cue. So most of the time, you don't need to do that with every single departure cue because then this protocol would take so long, but it already does take long. It is weeks and months of training. You guys really need to know that. If that's stressful, listen to the meditation that I did on the last video to just help relax your nervous system and help you be able to apply the whole training process. And you might need to listen to that meditation, multiple times a week or maybe even every day. So most of the time, there's only just a few departure cues that are really triggering the dog. So a lot of time I find the clients can put on their shoes, pick up the book bag and the keys and just walk out and go. And the dog is still fine for the 30 minutes. Starting the car could be a huge trigger. Or if some of those other ones are a huge trigger, then you're going to go back to decreasing that time and you can start implementing those departure cues when your dog is okay, when you're outside for 10 minutes. So then it would look like, okay, again, I'm going to give the dog the food-oriented toy, walk out of the confinement area, close the gate, go out the door, turn the car on, shut the car off, come back in the house, go into the confinement area, pick up the food-oriented toy, and hang out in the confinement area for 10 to 20 seconds. Then repeat that. Again, give the food-oriented toy, go out the confinement area, shut the gate, go out the front door, shut the door, go and start the car, turn it off, come back in the house, shut the door, go into the confinement area, shut the confinement area, remove the food-oriented toy, hang out with your dog for 10 to 20 minutes, or sorry, seconds. Seconds, that's really important. Not minutes, seconds. I don't want to do minutes, that would take way too long. And then you repeat. So you repeat that until your dog is comfortable with that. And then once their behavior is good with that, then you would just increase that departure cue. So then you might just go outside and start the car, and then start backing up the car for a few feet, and then bring it back into the garage, shut the car off, come back in. Again, doing all of those steps with giving the food or hand toy, opening and shutting the confinement area, picking up the keys, going out the door. And you keep doing that while you're gradually increasing the length of time, as well as the intensity of or the next step with the departure cue, which would be driving your car farther and farther away. So with that being said, it's really important that you have a camera set up on your dogs. We haven't talked a lot about that, but that's a really important thing when you start going out of sight, because you need to be able to watch your dog's behavior. So it doesn't have to be hard. A phone can work, a laptop, a computer can work, really good, just a desktop computer. You do want to have, something that you're able to see your dog, so that when you leave, it's not the end of the world, because you can't tell what your dog is doing. You want to be able to watch them. You want to be able to know that your dog is completely okay, or doing a significant amount of relaxation. And if that's not happening, then that's a clear reminder that you need to back it up. You need to back it up. You need to make it simpler. You need to really make sure that you are not pushing it to the point that your dog is having panic attacks and so stressed out that they can't learn. A nanny can. That's also really good to use as well, and they're not really that expensive, so you could absolutely hook up a nanny cam. And one of my past clients just used those. She said I think it only costed like $20, so that's really nice. And then you just pair it with your phone so that you can look at your dog's behavior when you leave. So that's really, really, really crucial for your success, because if you just assume that they're okay because you can't hear them, they could be doing all those displacement or calming signals that we talked about in the reading dog behavior section. That could be showing that they're starting to get more and more stressed. And once you get this far, where you can actually leave the house, you want to make sure you're doing that gradual progression so that they're successful. So then once they're good with the departure cues, then you can go back to gradually increasing it to the 30 minutes. And then from there, you're going to start increasing it to hours, right? So you might do the whole protocol and then work up and increase it by 5 to 15 minute increments until you get up to 2 hours or 4 hours, or whatever length of time that you want to get your dog up to. And anytime they're going to be left alone longer than that, if they have severe separation anxiety, then again, you want to be leaving them with someone else or in a different location, so that they feel safe there, daycare or a friend or another family member. And we did talk about that in past videos as well. Just a friendly reminder about that. So I'm really, really hoping that this was super helpful for you guys. And I know it's a lot. So again, this book's amazing. But if it just seems like too much to implement on your own, remember, you can always talk to your vet about medication. Please do that. And I know Dr. Madsen at Animal Care West is amazing. There are many other vets there that are also amazing too, but he's the one that I've conversed with the most. And if you do choose to work with me, it's really easy for me to collaborate with him and find that the best medicine. But you might be able to just do this on your own. With or without the help of your vet. But I am here if you need that, support, so that, you're not feeling overwhelmed with the whole protocol. And usually when I meet with someone that has separation anxiety, I meet weekly in the beginning, and then we start spacing out our appointments. So you actually have multiple weeks to implement a certain step that I've covered. So that way, by the time you're done working with me, we've made a significant amount of progress, and you know how to keep moving forward if we haven't, reached your goal by that time. So usually, you're working with me for quite a few months if it's a severe case. If it's not, then sometimes we do meet weekly, and we're done in like a month or two. All right, so I have the link below if you are interested in learning more about how I can help you. But please post comments, please post questions. I really am a resource for you. I want you guys to utilize it, and I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day and good luck. Remember, enjoy the journey, enjoy the process. When you're not, embrace your emotions. And remember, there is light at the end of the tunnel. You can do this. You just got to slow it down and do one step at a time. Bye bye.